2023. You might notice a little difference in the energy and vibe of this one because we
talked about it twice already.
We recorded almost the whole episode, but didn't realize we didn't push the button.
It's all Raphael's fault for coming home and having us pause so he could get his dinner. How dare he?
Yeah, how dare I live in an open floor plan, and I don't have a whatever. I should have did it in a more confined. Anyway, the point is we're here in my house now. Mm-hmm. Had a little interruption, and we're gonna get back into it. So, do the clap. Avoid the clap, Jimmy Dugan.
Who's Jimmy Dugan?
I told you, he's a baseball player. I told you this before. It's from a movie. Tom Hanks. He writes on a baseball, said avoid the clap, and he gives it to a kid. Avoid chlamydia. That was the advice he gave a kid, and he signed his name on the baseball.
Oh, okay.
If you're a League of My Own fan, you'll know the line. Avoid the clap, Jimmy Dugan. Wow. And he runs off. Thanks, mister.
I did like that movie, but I haven't seen it forever. So
I'm telling you, this is a movie my dad and my sister and brother loved. We watched it. And then, of course, Madonna's song. I love Madonna. So
I don't even remember her song in the movie, actually.
I love it so much. She sang it at the Oscars. It was amazing. This used to be my playground. It's about childhood gone.
Yeah.
Can't go back. You can't go back to yesteryear.
No, you can't. All right.
But maybe there'll be like a time machine or some shit later.
Maybe.
So far, science says no, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Hi. Welcome to August. We are doing water creature features this month. We started with an old one, Sweetheart, which is an African American or black film creature feature, water creature feature. So now we're gonna do Swamp Thing. This was my pick. I literally pulled this out of my hat. It was a memory that was scared in my brain from when I was like 5. I remember watching this on my parents' little TV, and I was kind of like transfixed by the storyline. I haven't seen it since I was 5 until doing this, and why not? It was like, that's a core memory. I just was fascinated, I guess. Didn't really know what's going on, so I picked it. Dana, have you heard this movie and have you seen it before?
I've heard of it a long time ago, but I never watched it till now.
Okay, gotcha.
This is the 1982 one,
yes.
By the way. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess the OG. I thought it was for some reason, I thought this was one of those old, creature features from, the 50s, 60s, like a Dracula era, the Blob era,
I don't know if you could tell by the filming and the actresses that
with her,
wasn't the 50s.
Yeah,
obviously.
I know.
Styling.
But I when I heard the name Swamp Thing, I always thought it was from that era. You know?
It makes sense. The type of cliche movie title from the 50s era.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 62%. The audience gave it a 40%. IMDb gave it a 5.3 out of 10. Letterboxd gave it a 2.6 out of 5. So half from everybody. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just like a quick little background, Swamp Thing is a 1982 American Technicolor superhero film written and directed by Wes Craven, based on the DC Comics character created by Len Wein and Bernie Wrightson. Mm-hmm. The director was Wes Craven. Everybody knows him from Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. He directed the first 4 of the Scream movies franchise. He did Last House on the Left from 1972 and The Hills Have Eyes, 1977. Horror comedy that we covered, People Under the Stairs from 91. And a psychological thriller, Red Eye, in 2005, which I've never heard of.
Remember we talked about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, how it was the first... God, I have the highway near my house. I always hear this douchebag.
I don't think it picked up.
Well, there's a douchebag that's on this highway all the time. That every night, every day. And I pray I hear the crash. One day. Anyway, so the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, remember, is cited as being the first montage of using a chainsaw. I think, remember, the first montage of that was in The Last House on the Left, remember? That technically, that movie was the first horror film to use a chainsaw. Last House on the Left.
I'm trying to remember, because I started watching Last House on the Left on Amazon a couple weeks ago, and I still have 20 minutes left, but I don't remember a chainsaw.
Really? I might be misquoting because Texas Chainsaw is quoted as being the first movie to feature that, but I think it was last time. I'll double check that. But anyway,
Okay.
you started to watch the last film home on the one?
Yeah, because I was like, I'd never actually seen it. I thought I did.
I saw a remake.
Maybe I saw the remake.
I saw the
Maybe,
remake too.
I always get that and like Silent Hill and The Hills Have Eyes. I always get those mixed up.
Sure.
So I don't really know which one I
I
saw.
actually did not see Hills Have Eyes before the old one. Yeah.
No, I haven't either. He also did Serpent in the Rainbow, 1988. Shocker.
Stepping in the
89.
rainbow. What is it? Surfing in the rainbow. What'd you say?
The Serpent and the Rainbow.
The serpent in the rainbow.
You say surfing in the rainbow?
I don't know. That's not what you said.
No, Serpent in the
Stepping
Rainbow.
on sunshine.
Shocker, 89. Vampire in Brooklyn, 95. And Music of the Heart in 99, which I've never heard of.
He does these black films. He's doing Children Under the Stairs and everything. These black horror films.
Yes, he is, or did. The budget was $2.5 million. I could not find the box office because I kept reading it was like a flop.
You just kept bringing it as a flop.
It didn't do great, but it was, I don't know. I just have a quote from an article. Upon its release in February 82, the movie underperformed so badly that according to his audio commentary on Shout Factory's 2013 Blu-ray release, Craven didn't work for 2 years. He had to live off his savings and ultimately lost his house. 2 years later, he did Nightmare on Elm Street, and went from his biggest failure to his biggest success. So it didn't sound great.
Let me see. What was the box office opening budget for Swamp Thing?
Assuming you were asking about the movie Spider-Man Brand New
No.
Day.
Okay, no, you know.
Spider-Man.
No.
$5 million.
What was the opening box numbers for Swamp Thing 1982?
There are
Oh,
no
you're
usual
right.
or
Isn't
widely
that
I
weird?
told you.
box office
It's like, I don't believe her.
1982
Yeah, you don't. She
It's
doesn't
like
trust
she-
me.
Yeah.
February of that year.
I don't like her tone. It's different. She's changed up on me.
Oh, I don't know.
Anyway, she
I
doesn't.
never ask it so out loud.
No. Yeah, it's fast. To piggyback off that, Dana, the score is done by Harry Manfredini, like Houdini, I guess, who was known famously for the Friday the 13th franchise. Most famously, the noises. So, slay. Let's get okay. Yeah, too much drag or
Not enough,
Actually, you can
maybe.
never have enough. All right. So, Swamp Thing, 1982. A government agent, Alice Cable, arrives at a secret wetland laboratory in a Louisiana swamp to help secure the facility and monitor a special experiment. Dr. Alec Holland is working on a revolutionary biorestorative formula that will merge plant and animal cells to end world hunger. The research is ruined when a paramilitary leader named Anton Arcane attacks the facility to steal the secret formula. During the raid, Dr. Holland is covered in the green glowing goop, and he catches fire and plunges into the murky swamp waters. While he's in the swamp, the green goo reacts to the swamp biology to mutate him into the swamp thing.
Fireworks too happen.
He mutates into the swamp thing, y'all. He becomes a strong green giant man with powers who has a heart. Meanwhile, Anton has captured Alice and tests a flawed version of the formula on himself, which transforms him into the human beast boar man enemy thing. Warthog
Something.
villain. Swamp Thing has a monster versus monster battle off with this Anton Boar Man, and he wins and he kills Arcane. Okay,
AKA Anton.
AKA Anton. So he's able to rescue Alice, and she's like, "You can stay here with humans and find a way." He's like, "No," and he returns back into the swamp
He
to
said
live.
no.
He said, "I can't. You're
Look at these hands.
Look
I
at my
can't-
webbed hands.
I tried to hold the beaker in the lab earlier and it broke.
I'm not a
And she
scientist
said,
no
"I'll-"
more."
She said, "I'll be your hands."
Oh, yeah,
I'll
she
be
did
your
say,
hands.
"I'll be your
and he
hands."
was like, "Nope."
Can't.
And he just walked off into the swamp.
I'm too ugly. And then he
He
just
didn't even
goes,
say that. He's just like, "My hands."
"My hands, look at me. I belong
do
to."
it.
Yeah, so that's the movie. Okay.
That was it.
That was the movie.
That was it.
So our lovely woman protagonist is played by Adrienne, how do you say it?
Adrienne Barbeau.
Barbeau. Her character's name is Alice Cable. And her character is, how would you describe her, Dana?
She's kind of a boss bitch. We both equally hated her hair.
That's one of the triggering things I remember from my childhood.
It is triggering.
I remember how much I hated her hair and everything that it stood for from the 80s because I
stood
saw
for.
this hair repeatedly in my youth. I have proof in the pictures from
I think my
family
mom had
Bible
that
studies.
hair, too,
Like
and
we're
my
in the
dad.
Kingdom Hall and there's like groups of us with white ladies and they have this like horrible like big mushroom cut frizzy perm action.
Mullet, perm.
It's all. Who do you say have? You have a family member do that?
I think now. Originally, I said my southern granny had it because she
Really?
had the same fucking bra with like the pointy boobs like
Nice.
Alice
Yeah.
had. And like the same build too. It was weird. I was just like, Granny, is that you in Swamp Thing? Like it looked weird. But now saying this again, take 3. I remember that there was a picture of my mom also having that hair, and my
Your
dad.
mom.
My dad got they both got perm.
Your dad got a perm.
Oh yeah. It
What?
was a tight,
My dad had
curly.
naturally wavy Spanish hair, and my mom
My dad had
beautiful.
has straight Peruvian
She
hair.
got the press. She took care of it. Yeah.
If I can find the pictures
Yeah. If you
in
can
some
find them.
box somewhere in some closet, I will send them to you.
Okay.
But,
All right. Well, maybe include them here
They're
if she finds
awful.
them. If she can't, okay.
yeah.
Yes, but no, I have a
pissed us
picture of
off.
me in the 80s, like we're at this white woman's house for Bible study, and all the white women in that fucking picture, horrible,
That same hair.
permy, just wavy. It's not. Who thinks this is good? Like right now, there's a fad with like bitches who do like these. We call them kitchen curtains, like these baby
baby
hairs.
hairs.
They then like comb
Press
it,
them
press them
down.
down, and they have these big like cum lashes. I think it looks like trash, but apparently I'm in crazy land and everyone thinks it looks good.
I think like guys now, like I don't know if it's Gen Z or what, but like they, sorry if it's not y'all, but I don't know who else, what other generation it is, but they have like, it looks like the perm again, and it's like
Really?
shaved on the side, but it's like long in the back and like
Yeah.
curly in the front, like the fucking
Sure,
80s, and I'm like,
I guess
why did y'all bring that back?
They
It
brought
didn't
back-
look good back then either.
they brought back horrible trends from Y2K. Like
They
low
did.
rise, like
Wide leg pants that aren't quite what the fuck,
That's
Jinkos, but
It's called like the not Billy
you know, I
Madison.
can't even really say that because I bought a pair of wide pants,
No,
too, but they were
we
more
had
like
'em.
dress jeans.
No,
But they look kind of dumb on me because I'm too short to wear them. I need
the
to get them
pants
tapered.
I wore to raves, they were tight around my butt, but they extended wide at the bottom, so it looked
Like bell
flattering.
bottoms, sort
Everyone's
of.
going through the
a
Adam
boot
Sandler.
cut.
I think the look is Adam Sandler look. Like I want to look as attractive, the least amount attracted to a guy. So I'm gonna wear like Adam Sandler, like
Basketball shorts.
back of sports shorts. Yeah, that's shorts. Yeah, that's the trend. These jeans that look like baggy and
Jorts
non-flattering.
and
Jorts,
shit.
but not in a good way.
No.
But whatever. It's your fashion. It's fine. So anyway, her hair was
Offensive.
a core memory of mine, and I hated it with every fiber of my being then
It bothered me
and
too.
now. So anyway, she was married to John Carpenter, which explains her work in the film Escape from New York. She was a Broadway performer on Fiddle of the Roof, Tony nominated for Betty Rizzo in Grease on Broadway, and Golden Globe nominee for her role in Maude, which I remember is the spin-off, I believe, for Mary Tyler Moore. I didn't watch that. I'm
Maybe.
not young enough for
I'm
that
surprised
era.
I haven't seen Maude because I love B. Arthur, even though I heard she was a
Yeah.
bitch in real life, but love Golden Girls.
Even though she's what in real life?
I heard she was a bitch in real life.
Okay, go off, Queen. I don't know.
But like,
Fine.
just not nice. Like, not like diva, but just like a bitch.
All
Anyway.
right. One of my favorite bitches is Madonna. She's a bitch, and I love her. So whatever. Yeah. So her character actually is supposed to be a white-haired Eastern European woman. So obviously she
They
does not
changed
look
it.
like that.
She was also supposed to be like a combination of like a man, somebody else who was a man in the comic books too.
Really?
I don't remember the details, but yeah.
Okay.
Being John Carpenter's wife, she was also in horror films like The Fog from 1980 and Creepshow 1982. She was in a ton of TV shows and random shit, and apparently and like video game voiceovers. Apparently, she's still doing voiceovers in the year. Here we are.
I've seen her
the year of our
steadily
Lord,
acting.
2026,
I've seen her steadily acting.
in a cartoon.
And her
I think it
hair
was
has
like
not
Avengers cartoon.
improved in all these decades that I've seen her act to this day.
You what?
Her hair is not improved.
Oh yeah, I did see an older picture of her.
What's her name again? Her real name?
Adrienne Barbeau.
Okay, I just want to look real quick.
Just do 2026. She probably has gray hair, but it's in that same mullet, the tight
Adrienne Barbeau hair now.
Barbeau. Yeah.
All right,
I think
here
of
we go.
Barbeau.
Adrian,
All right, here we go.
Did you do 2026?
This is the latest. Like, this is her
Okay, that's
older. It's better. It's better.
It's better. It's not permed anymore. It's just curled.
It's curled. Kind of a. this
Okay,
one's a-
she quit perming her hair, so that's good.
the ugly waves are gone. The ugly permy waves are gone.
Thank
But
God. Okay,
anyway, so yeah.
moving on.
So the next character we have is Dr. Alec, who is, the scientist trying to save the Earth, He's played by Ray Wise, who is noted for his role in Twin Peaks, which I did not watch. I hear a lot about it.
I didn't either, but I always meant to.
What, Tim Peaks?
Twin Peaks
Yeah.
to watch it. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard so much about it, but I've not watched it. I know it has like a big impact on the culture, but and he was in RoboCop, and he's had an extensive career playing authority figures and eccentric villains.
And he was also still ongoing 98 plus episodes on The Young and the Restless
Wow, yeah.
as
It's
Ian
not-
Ward.
I was a General Hospital girlie, so I did not
Yeah,
watch him.
I was all
yeah.
my children because my mom watched it. But yeah,
Wow,
he's still going.
I bet he had an empire, family, slutty little daughters. Who betrayed the
Probably.
family. I don't know.
Not the
It
country,
wasn't West.
but-
It wasn't Southern, so I don't know why I did that. But
I don't know.
Whatever. Okay. Anything else to say about that actor before I move on to the villain in the movie? Arcane. Aaron. Not Aaron. God damn it. Anton Arcane
Arcane.
is played by Louis Jordan, who began acting in France before joining the French Resistance in World War II. And he came to the U.S. and starred in films like Alfred Hitchcock's Paradise Case, Letter from the Unknown Woman, Gigi, and James Bond's Octopussy. Octopussy.
We had an extensive conversation about this that we did not record earlier.
Right.
That name sounds offensive, but apparently wasn't back then. And what the fuck does that even mean? But okay.
I don't even remember. It wasn't even clear. It's not about pussy, but it is.
You're like,
wink,
it's
wink.
underwater.
It is underwater.
So
I know
it's
that
like,
movie's underwater.
An octopus?
Yeah, well, the movie,
Pussy?
the
It was the
movie had an
nickname.
underwater layer thing going on in that particular James Bonds. By the way, none of the James Bonds were attracted to me. All of them. I thought they were trash-looking white men to me.
Yeah. I
But
didn't think they were cute either.
my mom was obsessed with the last one though. I can't remember his name.
I know who you're talking about, but I can't remember his name either.
Whatever, but
Yeah.
sure. We're ready for a black one. Yeah, or Spanish. Well, the rule is they have to be British. That's the rule because the character's
Then
British.
maybe Indian.
It could be any of those. Anyway,
One of the other actors was Dick Durock. He's the one that actually played Swamp Thing. He's an actor and stuntman. He's mostly known for his work on Stand By Me from 1986, The Enforcer in 76, and he also was in the Swamp Thing sequel, Return of the Swamp Thing. They had to use him because they tried to do Ray Weiss in the Swamp Thing suit, but he was not big enough for the Swamp Thing character, so they had to put him in there. And you said film it twice, right? Both actors in the swamp
director
suits.
decided to still film with Ray Weiss in the full costume for the emotion and acting scenes while doubling up on, our stunt double actor who could mimic all the physical things that needed for it. So it must have been a lot. The
And
double
that hot South
hot,
Carolina
swampy
swamp.
swamp. Yes.
Yeah. And then a couple others. Jude, the little black boy that was a gas station owner's son who helped out Adrienne Barbeau. He was a South Carolina local, and that was the only film that we know of that he was in, and it was reported that Adrienne Barbeau kept in touch with him after the film, which I thought was very cute.
I see this trope a lot, and I like it. Like in action films, like in Indiana Jones. There's like they're an Asian. There's a local Asia kid who can help them get around the city, knows all the ins and outs, or the little black kid in the movie who knows the streets. Who ends up helping the woman scientist who is out of her depths in this town. But he's a local boy. He can help her. So cute little aspect. And he's cute. This big old glasses and just very 80s looking boy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one more interesting character. His name was Ferret in the movie. He was the lead paramilitary bad guy. He was played by David Hess. David Hess was also in Wes Craven's Last House on the Left, also playing like a misogynistic, grapey guy, and he's also almost the same character, pretty much dark, disturbed dude in this film as well. But also, there is another side to him, which I thought was interesting. He began his professional career as a songwriter in 1957 under the pseudonym of David Hill, and his first recording was a quick hit, which was later performed and credited to Elvis Presley, All Shook Up.
Ooh.
Remember Clam Bake?
Clam Bake.
We watched Clam Bake one time,
I
too.
love Elvis movies. They're horrible.
They're awful.
And there's so much innuendos of him needing to service the local women.
Yeah.
And he plays like a dumb hick who doesn't know nothing but making good sex. I'm not smart enough.
Probably
for
wasn't
nothing
even
else.
good, to be honest.
What, Elvis?
Yeah.
You don't think
so?
so?
Probably not.
Why would you think that?
I don't know. Because his movies were dumb. I don't
No,
know. Because he was fucked up a lot, Me
and Raphael watched a lot of his acting and performance as far as musicality. He looks like he can fuck.
Maybe.
That's what I think.
No.
With the way he moves, especially when he does Spanish themes in a movie he did in Mexico. He's really moving it like.
I guess
I
we were
think
talking
this guy
about
can fuck.
which era of Elvis, because I was also thinking jumpsuit Elvis when he was overweight and on drugs and shit.
No,
but
I could tell that he knows how to have sex. So that I don't think that at all.
I feel like he probably doesn't. He could just dance, but whatever.
Well, I don't know how much you've actually watched of Elvis. Like
not enough.
Yeah,
we watched the movie in the theater.
A movie. I've watched. I've seen so much of his stuff. I'm very convinced at his abilities to move properly in a bedroom.
Maybe.
Yeah.
He also wrote songs for Conway Twitty and Pat Boone.
Cool.
He also composed the soundtrack of Last House on the Left as well. So, and he won some award that I've never heard of. It was a smaller time, composer award or something. I forgot what it was called, but
Cool.
I always thought he was cute, even though he played these awful fucking characters. I thought a
Who?
sexy David Hess, the person I'm talking about. He
I
had the
watched
Rambo bandana.
I watched the movie a week ago.
He was
These
in
faces,
there
I'm sure he was, but
Okay,
he didn't impact me enough to remember him, so he probably wasn't attracted to me.
Okay, yeah, I didn't think he probably would be. Mm-hmm. But I thought he looked like a sexier Sylvester Stallone. But
Sure.
whatevs. All right, that's all the characters I have.
So special effects is done by Bill Munns. He worked with Craven to recreate the distinct look of the DC comic character, mirroring the anger, pointy chin, and very organic plant-like in the features. With a tight budget, it relied on practical latex construction, molded the suit around stuntman Dick Durock, as you said, and it was very difficult logistic-wise because the swamp contained high lows of tannic acid, which would constantly dissolve the adhesive, holding the latex together. So this resulted in constant repair and redesign on site while filming.
Crazy. I don't
So
know
that's
why.
a lot.
I don't know what tannic acid is.
I don't know.
But why is it in a swamp where animals live?
I don't know.
And Adrienne Barbeau, she mock bathed in that shit.
Yeah,
She was
disgusting.
topless.
Yeah,
Like how are you bathing in algae and tannic acid?
I
Apparently?
accidentally drank pool water last week.
Yes.
It's disgusting. I was in the pool. By the way, the pool wasn't treated like, don't get in this water. I wouldn't trust it. The pH balance is off. So not only did I get in the pool because I'm so hot, I'm just gonna warm my legs. I drink a Truly. Apparently, Roberto, he filled up all of our empty cans with pool water to weigh them down so they wouldn't roll away. And I'm just like, why is this flat? Why is this flat?
She kept
And
drinking
then and then it locked in. I was so scared. I said, and luckily I had a friend who works in the fucking medicine and whatever. It's like, you help me. Am I gonna die? It's like, no, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. It's fine. I'm like, all right. I had no symptoms, but 10 years later, something's going to happen to me as a result from drinking that.
You drank pea pool water, probably.
Pea pool water. That was very traumatic. So, yeah. And I saw the bitch in India having her eat, pray, love moment. She was like floating in the Ganges
Was this a
River.
documentary?
What?
Huh?
What was the documentary?
The bitch you're talking about.
No, it was like a TikTok. Someone posted, was
okay.
filming someone in India, and they posted it on TikTok. She's just floating in the water, having her little moment there. I'm like, that is the most.
River?
Yes, which is, you just look it up. It's very polluted, and
The dead bodies float in it all the time.
yeah. At the same time, it's sacred, and people bathe in it and all that kind of stuff. So, it's a lot. So when I was watching her in this Louisiana swamp water, just like you said, bathing in algae, I'm like.
He was just in there, just. Like, what are you washing?
I wouldn't do it for
You're
any.
getting dirtier.
You know, for movies, like you have to do certain scenes. Like I don't know how much you would have to pay me to like get spit on, or you know what I mean, like or get my
Something
head
gross.
in a real toilet.
They were like in that swamp a lot, like in it. Mm-hmm. Like brown water all the time, everywhere.
Oh, I bet it felt so gross. Like I hate when you walk on the floor of something and it's not like a nice sand. It's just slime and
slimy, like Lake Lanier.
Yeah, or something like. Well, I don't touch the bottom of Lake Lanier, but you know, like if you're touching, you know what I mean.
That again.
Yeah.
Ugh. I did like, for the swamp water at least, I did like when Adrienne Barbeau did go underwater because her hair fucking went flat finally. Tired of that damn fro.
I couldn't remember
And
it.
David Hess. Ferret. He
Ferret.
also had a fro.
Oh yeah. So it was like the Brady Bunch perm kind of action, or is it worse?
I don't know if I know I saw that episode. I don't remember how big it was, so I don't know. But I was just glad to see the curls were flattened for like 30 seconds, and then the hot, humid South Carolina air where they filmed
had her hair permed, and your mother.
Yeah.
I question. I'm sorry. I know it's fashionable at the time in
the
the 80s.
It was the thing.
I'm glad my mom, she rocked that. She looks so much better. She wasn't doing that. But I saw a lot of that, and that shocked me.
Yeah.
You know, in the 80s.
The boys, they're like that's like that broccoli haircut that the kids have now. Like
I
the
guess that's what
boys,
it's
they
called?
perm it. I know for a fact because my ex nephew-in-law, I guess. He is Asian. He had bone straight hair, and now I see him in high school, like, because we're still friends with his mom on Facebook. She perms his hair, and now it's curly with that broccoli top.
Yeah,
so I was
I've
like,
noticed
they're perming their hair again.
I've noticed, yeah.
They're doing it.
Asians, my sister attests that, like, trying to get their texture to be like ours because it's fashionable, I guess. And I don't know if it looks good or whatever.
No, they love that curly hair now, though.
Yeah, but I remember it's like when she was like, touch this orchid, see? Or I don't know, just this whole character. I don't know.
Weird.
But I just thought it was pretty cool. I saw orchids in the wild. I'd never seen that. It's like, oh,
Orchids,
that's how they grow.
they were just like growing in this dead-looking tree.
It's like, that's pretty.
It's pretty. I have one like that at home. It looks the same color.
So what do you think? Your expertise is not botany, but what do you think about the biology talk? And as far as they do enough care into creating the storyline of how this bioengineering, can cure, hunger. Did you think that was plausible? Did they put enough effort into that story?
I think it was like enough for like this weird campy movie like that. Mm-hmm. What they did have right was like plant cells don't have nucleuses, but animal cells do, and somehow they merged them together. They never said what they were going to feed people with, what they were going to grow. It just turned other humans into creatures.
Yeah. Okay.
So that I don't. It didn't make sense.
It didn't go too far with it, but yes, I've heard.
It was like regenerative or something,
I've heard of
real
engineering, obviously, for famine countries to reproduce grain and corn. Well, so it
like genetically modified stuff.
So in that sense, that sounds plausible for whatever you're trying to do.
Yeah, but they just saw like the the solution like splash, like in the lab, splashed down on the ground, and like some tree sprouts like came out of it, like
very
some
fastly,
branches.
very quickly. It was,
So
of
they're like,
course,
oh, we
neon
can
green.
grow food faster to feed the world. I don't know what food. I guess rice and corn,
Yeah,
and I
any
don't know,
food. Sure.
some kind of vegetables, some grains. But instead, when it got on humans, it turned them into monsters.
That's a monster. The monster kind of looked like John Voight to me a little bit.
And with the Michael Jackson nose.
Oh, the Michael
That
Jackson
nose was awful.
I guess it's supposed to look
Why
like a
was it
fucking
so
swamp thing.
pointy? It was so.
Well, I guess they're trying to stay true. I'd have to look the original drawings of the swamp thing from the
Yeah.
comic books. Maybe it's trying to stay true to that. So
Maybe.
I don't know. It's bleh. I think it's funny that there's a part where the fan boat like explodes, and you see in the subtitles it says "Oh shit" in slow motion. And I was like, as they're
missed that
flying
part.
that, I was like,
I saw it explode, but I thought like
I put it
they
in
shot
subtitles.
it or something, or
No, it was
Swamp
it was
Thing
funny.
made it explode.
By
I
the
don't
way,
know.
that scarred me for life. I got into my brother fell asleep at the wheel, and we crashed on the side, and I was like, we got to get away from the car that's gonna explode, because in movies, every time something hits something, they go kapow. So I thought the car was gonna
Blah.
explode and I was gonna die, but that doesn't. There's
You
no
did
reason
run
for
over a fire hydrant.
yes, but there's no reason for anything to explode if nothing's igniting. So yeah, it just. But you said there was explosions, so it made sense for this fan boat.
Yeah.
And
the
shit,
movies.
in slow motion.
Shit.
Yeah. Yeah. That's disgusting. There was a little person transformation of monsters.
Bruno, he
Yeah.
was like another one of the paramilitary guys. He was like a dum-dum. And Arcane at the celebratory dinner from acquiring the formula, and he gives all the credit to Bruno for actually finding the last notebook or whatever, and then he like gives him the drink, and he drinks it unknowingly, and he turns into this little person.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think I mentioned that the movie line. It says the movie trailer is secret formulas, monsters, and midgets. None of these belong in the swamp. Might as well throw the women in. Women too. They don't belong in the swamp. So that was a dated tagline for the movie. So Craven, he intentionally mirrored the universal monster themes for the creature tragedy, like from James Whale's 1935 Bride of Frankenstein. He admired beauty of like a woman afar. He gently sniffs the flower in the water and emphasizes the human soul trapped inside the monster. So that trope of, Hunchback, Frankenstein, he's a monster, but there's a sensitive human soul inside.
Right.
So the deviation from the comic was kept. This is why it went off the rails from the comic book, because they made the plot have a romantic thing. So in the comic, there's a married couple scientists, but for this, they made Alec have a sister scientist, so we could have the romantic storyline with Alice. So, sure. Oh, by the way, like there was like Scooby-Doo action going on in the thing. Did you see that?
Yes. Some guy, I don't remember what his name was now. Bremer, I don't know. He was like one of the like the military science heads or something, and he turned out to be a villain with the paramilitary group trying to steal the formula, and he like peels his face mask off, Scooby-Doo style, and he's Arcane underneath. It was just campy like that. It was very Scooby-Doo coded, especially too. I thought like towards the end when Arcane turns into that warthog thing.
Oh my god!
With a sword and that mullet.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so awful. Like when he first started, he turned into like this blob, and then he started like peeling the blob away, and this fucking hair came out. It was like the woman's mullet, and then it just kept going down his back, and it was like a ginger, like an orange, redheaded warthog thing, which was weird because he wasn't redheaded. But the fight, for some reason, he had a sword in the swamp, and he was fighting Swamp Thing with this fucking sword. That looked like a Scooby-Doo thing to me.
Yeah.
Like weird-ass characters. I don't know.
I used to watch Scooby-Doo all the time.
Yeah, I did too growing up. I don't remember much of it, but I also thought that piggybacking off your John Voight comment of how Swamp Thing looked, I thought he also looked very much like Vecna from Stranger Things, which she has not seen. But I really wonder if I don't remember if it's Duffy or Duffer brothers that created Stranger Things. I wonder if that's where they like pulled their inspiration from, because the body types are very similar. They're muscular, like no neck. The head looks like a thumb. They're also like branchy, windy capabilities and stuff like that, like regrowth things. So I thought that was really interesting too.
Yeah. Yeah. I do think it was cool, special effects wise. Like the stunt guy was on fire. That's pretty
For a long
impressive.
time.
Yeah, I was watching him go. I was like, he's still running on fire.
Yeah.
I mean, and then everyone had to get in just the filming in
damn
that swamp water. Like, how do you set up cameras and crew like in the fucking swamp? It's got to be.
Can you imagine the mosquitoes?
I would die. Directors, how do you not have the camera fog up when you're I need to know this.
You asked somebody else that who was a director. I forgot.
No one answered me, so I'm going to ask someone again. In the
Anybody out
comments,
there?
how do you fucking not get the flies and the things that land and humidity? Because I just wear glasses for 2 seconds outside on a sunny day.
But
and
there's
it's all
like that
fogged up.
anti-fog spray for glasses. Maybe they put that on the camera.
That didn't work. I guess it works on cameras. I don't know. Because that just like a fucking bug deterrent, and nothing has ever worked. Like bug spray. There's no bug spray in the world has ever worked.
Especially back in the 80s.
Raphael said they used gasoline in Cuba. They sprayed gasoline in the street to get rid of it, but they had to go with the hardcore stuff.
Yeah, if you crash your car then it's going to blow up.
Woo! Well, no, everyone's had horses. There's more horses. There's more horses to people in his town, so no one's driving around.
That part of Cuba. Okay.
Yeah. We had some nice ghetto names in there. Willie and Tyrone were some side characters. So, typical black henchman names, I guess.
And none of them
with
were
bandanas.
black. But none of them were black. They were all white.
These were good. This is what's weird. These names, like
Willie.
I remember Willie and Tyrone and the main villain,
Arcane.
Arcane.
Ferret?
Not Ferret. Arcane. Aaron? No. Anton,
Arcane is the same person.
Anton, Willie, and Tyrone. Those are very black names to me. So I
went to college with a white guy named Anton. So I don't know.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, he was like European though. Like he had a European last name. He was American, but like you could tell his parents were probably from like Czech Republic or something. I don't know.
So like I just want to say like this movie, obviously the point is the monster with taking the route of being romantic and humanizing this monster versus the DC comic way, which I didn't read any of these. So yeah, the lesson is about the hubris of science versus true nature. So that is the hubris of science appears when human models, measurements, and technologies try to conquer, replace, or fully define true nature. Science offers functional maps, but true nature remains a wild, complex, and uncontainable reality. That's the lesson here. Stop fucking up and trying to like play with science that you have no depths of how it really works. Is it for good? Like curing world hunger? Is it good to, I don't know, to maybe be as eugenics or whatever to breed out impurities and all that kind of stuff like when we have children? What is the morality of that? How far should we go to actually tamper to, in what our eyes is better mankind? Because there's going to be consequence.
Yeah, with AI science too.
Yes. So for this, the consequence of this formula, when fucking with this goes wrong, Arcane transforms into his true nature, which is rotten, grotesque, beast, boar, teeth man.
Ugly.
And
tacky hair.
He's bad. He's a very bad man. While Holland becomes a guardian of the green. He is noble, good intention, so nature accepts him and flourishes those attributes when he transforms. So that's kind of like the point, I guess, of the movie. Yeah.
Don't fuck with nature.
Yeah. Huge critics were very disparaging on the costume and special effects. Like it was like for campy, like B-tone for no reason to it. And the boar costume made it sillier than menacing, so it wasn't really scary when
His eyes
this
didn't
monster
blink.
off.
It was weird.
But that goes into my likes and dislikes. Like, that's actually the reasons that I did like it. I liked it that it stuck to the 50s B camp movie formula. I did not care for the romantic story of it because the music was like killing me with like, orchid,
I don't even remember
you're
that.
a pretty woman, but I can't be with you. I'm a monster now, and I gotta stay in these woods.
And
Or
I don't
something.
even remember any of that. I just remember as the suspense was building in a chase scene that I was like, oh yeah, I recognize that violin, that,
Sure.
and
I
it just
actually-
got higher and higher and higher, and that's all I remember. And she remembers the shitty romantic music.
The funny thing is, I remember watching this 5 years old. I was enamored with just this woman with awful hair,
It bothered you as a
constantly
child.
reaching towards this swamp thing, and they were like, we can't, no, we can't. That's all I remember. And now that I watch it the second time, I was completely bored. I hated it. I hated her hair. I didn't like I do like humanized stories, which are tragic, like Frankenstein. Those are written well. And I
that
really
last
feel
movie.
exactly. But when I see it in this, because it's in the juxtaposition of these B campy characters, you can't take those emotions seriously because you have this fucking boar
fucking
fighting a
ridiculous.
swamp thing that's
With a sword. Where did he get the sword from? They traveled
I
in an
care- you and the sword.
underwater tunnel to come out into the swamp from his mansion.
Sure,
He
his
just
underground
grabbed a
bat
sword
cave
and
labor.
swam with his sword. Whatever.
Why not?
Whatever.
So the campiness of it just took away from the emotion that I'm supposed to feel for this
Yes.
character, because I was not understanding the attraction to this bad permed woman. So that probably was it too. But yeah,
The other lady, the other Dr. Holland, Alec Holland's sister, she didn't have that hair. I'm like, what?
no,
Whatever. Don't
whatever.
quit looking at her hair. She brought it up again.
Yeah, but I absolutely hated it watching it the second time. I'm not really into the DC Marvel comic universe. I've seen some Batmans and some, the Joker films and or whatever, but I had no idea this was from that franchise.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I didn't either.
so as they say in Shark Tank, for that reason, I'm out.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, I was really bored in this one.
Yeah, my likes were the Scooby-Doo themes. I thought was really funny in the middle of all this bullshit in the disgusting swamp. I really liked how, like in the beginning when they're first taking Adrienne Barbeau through the swamp, and it's like it used to be a church, and now it's like with the graveyard or whatever. It looked like a Disney Universal haunted theme ride to me. Like the way that they did it, I was like, ooh, this makes me feel like a kid at like Six Flags or Universal again.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you remember riding the E.T. ride at Disney World on the bike?
Yes. Yeah, I did that one. What was it? Oh, I really thought it was funny. The Swamp Thing's character, as like right after he transformed, he could just like scream and just yell into the void, and nobody knew he couldn't use his voice yet. And then later, when he rescues Adrienne Barbeau, and then they're like, he gives her like the orchid again, or brings it up again, and he's like, and he says the scientific name of the orchid. I was like, you went from to this is
That makes total sense. He's a human trapped in a person who is going through a metamorphosis.
I know. It was just the contrast was very funny to me.
I didn't think it was funny. I was bored, and I was like, okay, you're in there. You're still the scientist in there. We get it.
Yeah,
And
surprised he couldn't talk sooner. I guess I don't know. Everybody's hair pissed me off.
Only hers.
Dislikes. That was my dislike. So anyway, you have some reviews.
yeah. Also, the whole stereotype of like the woman very enamored with men's knowledge, like they're written that way. Like he's so knowledgeable and saving the day and all this kind of stuff. And
Men get all the praise.
but
for
I
their
like a very
brains.
mystery theater 1000, I think it was, or 2000. I have some reviews.
Where are yours from?
Mine are from Reddit.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I've never looked up Reddit reviews.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. This is from All La Wall, okay, from 2 years ago. I'm read it. Wes Craven to John Carpenter. Hey, I'm going to cast your wife in Swamp Thing, and I'm going to have her topless for no reason whatsoever. I don't know, maybe taking a bath in the leech-infested swamp. Seems logical. John Carpenter. Oh my God, you're going to make a fortune. So that was his take on that. Another one from Mess Hugareth 2 years ago as well. Totally forgot that topless women in PG movies was a thing in the early 80s. That's what I remember from this film.
Yeah, I saw people talk about that too because it was like they picked that version of it that was supposed to be like PG or
It's crazy
something.
that it was PG. That's
but
why
they picked I read that they picked the wrong one, and some lady at Blockbuster complained about
Oh.
it, and so then they had to like pull them and like redistribute the other
it was an
version or something.
accident. Sure.
So
With
I
the
was
titties
like,
out. Yeah, I accidentally.
okay.
I promise I won't release the ones with your titties out, shall we? So yeah, maybe that's why the director of Texas Chainsaw Massacre thought he could get a PG rating because
Yeah,
they could
'cause
have
they're
tits
all-
out back then. So
There
he,
was no
I guess
tits
he
in
wasn't
Texas Chainsaw.
far off crazy. I have one more, but you can go ahead with yours and I'll do mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
My reviews are from Letterboxd.
Okay.
I have 1.5-star review by Larissa Ferry from this month, August 2026. The Substance, Monster Fucker Edition. That was it.
Okay.
And then I have a 5-star review by Amber, who was watching April of this year. She said, I was expecting it to be shit, but I laughed, I cried, I forgave God
She forgave God.
for making people that made this horrible movie.
Oh, is that what that was?
I don't know. It was a
Okay.
5-star though, so
Oh.
it should have come to God moment. I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have one more 5-star
Okay.
rewatched by Damn Enchiladas from July of
I
last.
want an enchilada.
I do too. From 2024. Swamp Thing, if you nasty.
Something. Huh? Mom jokes. Right. All right. I got one more. This is 2.5 out of 5 from Rotten Tomatoes. And I forgot to include the person who did. This is from 2019, the review. 1982, a research laboratory in the swamp is attacked by an adversary and his forces, and all lab folks are killed, with the exception of 2, a female researcher and a male researcher, who is transformed into a half-man, half-plant creature by a plant formula on what he and the lab were working. The female researcher is pursued by the adversaries, I think I said that right, and the creature follows and protects her. They are eventually captured, and there's a battle to the end between the good guy creature and the bad guy turned creature after taking the formula himself. There is also a young boy who keeps the female researcher in the swamp, who bears a resemblance to Steve Urkel, played by Jello White from Family Matters. Thought that sitcom didn't come along until 1989. Okay, film, kind of in sweet in spots, worth the viewing. Stars Lewis, Jordan, Adrienne Barbeau, and Ray Wise. Directed by Wes Craven. So, he just gave a little review, and the boy reminded him of somebody. That's it.
Yeah, he did kind of remind me of Urkel.
Yeah, those glasses. My mom had those big glasses. She had the butterfly ones. What do you call it? The big frames that basically look like butterfly lenses. You know the ones from the 80s. Yeah. You'll know what I'm talking about. That was fucking Swamp Thing.
That was it. Mm-hmm. And that's that. Now, I'm done with Swamp Thing. I don't want to see I kind of do want to see number 2, but not really. But I probably will never watch it. Maybe I'll watch a summary on YouTube that somebody made.
For our next release, we'll be discussing the body horror The Company of Wolves from 1984 from director Neil Jordan. It's about a teenage girl in a country manor who falls asleep while reading a magazine and has a disturbing dream involving wolves prowling the woods below her bedroom window. You can watch it for free on Tubi or on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you. It's just like, my hands.
My hands. Look at me.
What the fuck?
That's
Jinkos, but
It's-
they look kind of dumb on me because I'm too short to wear them.
Stepping in the
89.
rainbow. What is it? Surfing in the rainbow. What'd you say?
The Serpent and the Rainbow?
The serpent in the rainbow.
You say surfing in the rainbow?
I don't know. That's not what you said. Noises. So slay. you have this fucking
So
boar
fucking
fighting a
ridiculous.
swamp thing that's
With a sword. Where did he get the sword from?
slutty little daughters who betrayed the
Probably.
family. I don't know.
Not the
It
country,
wasn't West.
but-
It wasn't Southern, so I don't know why I did that. But it's a monster. The monster kind of looked like John Voight to me a little bit.
And with the Michael Jackson nose.
Or the Michael
That
Jackson
nose was awful. There's a bug in my drink.
No.
Look.
What the hell? What kind of bug?
I don't know. I can't tell. Look.
Oh, honey. Black Flyer Chardonnay. Different party. 2 minutes too late. By the way, none of the James Bonds were attracted to me. All of them. I thought they were trash-looking white men. To me.
Yeah.
While he's in the swamp, the green goo reacts to the swamp biology to mutate him into the swamp thing.
Fireworks too happen.
You're
Look at these hands.
Look
I
at my
can't-
webbed hands.
I tried to hold the beaker in the lab earlier and it broke.
I'm not a
And
scientist no more.
She said, I'll be your hands.
By the way, cheers.
Cheers. What are you drinking?